The coaches poll of their top 25 has been released today. Where does West Virginia fall on that? Well, that's what we're here to talk about. We're going to do that right after this word from our sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by Magic Shine Auto Spawn 10 in Morgantown, West Virginia. At Magic Shine, your vehicle's care is their top priority. They use only the highest quality ingredients or products to ensure your car not only looks its best, but is also protected and maintained with the utmost care. From window tinting with top-of-the-line Max Pro tint to protective ceramic coatings from Diamond Protect, they've got you covered. Drive in today and experience the difference at Magic Shine Auto Spawn Tint, where your car shines like new. Shine on, Morgantown. What is up, guys? Welcome back in. My name is Mountaineer Paul. This is another edition of Mountaineer Paul Talks Football. I am your host, and I can't thank you enough for coming into this episode. We've got a couple things to talk about today. Garrett Greene, once again, being recognized for the player that he is. He's on some more award lists. But first on the docket, we're going to be talking about the West Virginia Mountaineers football team and, shall I say, just some respect maybe coming their way. Let's read this article really quick. The Big 12 as well, getting a lot of respect. Let's dive in. This is from the New York Times through The Athletic. College football preseason coaches poll. Who's overranked in the top 25 and who's underrated? The SEC and Big Ten make up for more than half the spots in USA Today's 2024 preseason coaches poll released on Monday, with Georgia leading the number one spot in this year's final first rankings. Big surprise. Each of the top 6 teams and 8 of the top 10 are SEC or Big Ten members. Ohio State, Oregon, Texas, Alabama, Ole Miss ran out the top 6. The SEC led all conferences with 9 of its 16 teams making the top 25, which is crazy, which was voted on a panel by 55 FBS coaches. Georgia had 46 first-place votes, followed by Ohio State with 7. Texas had 1, and reigning national champion Michigan had 1. Missouri was number 11, LSU 12, Tennessee 15, Oklahoma 16, Texas A&M 20, also represent the SEC in the poll. The Big Ten had 4 teams in the top 10, with Michigan, Penn State joining the Buckeyes and the Ducks. Washington, last year's national runner-up, received the most votes of teams outside the top 25. The Big 12 had the third most teams in the poll with 5, with preseason conference championship favorite Utah the highest among Big 12 teams at 13. Kansas State, number 17, Oklahoma State, number 18, Arizona, number 21, and Kansas at number 24 also made the rankings. The ACC had 4 teams make the poll, with Florida State, number 10, Clemson, number 14, Miami, number 19, and NC State at number 22. All 4 power conferences officially expanded this summer via conference realignment. 6 of the teams in the top 25 changed leagues. Oregon and USC to Pac-12 to Big 10, Texas and Oklahoma, Big 12 to SEC, and Utah and Arizona, Pac-12 to Big 12. The former Pac-12, which is now down to only Oregon State and Washington State, would have placed 4 programs inside the preseason poll. No teams from the Group of 5 conferences made the poll. Memphis was the closest, finishing 5th in the others receiving votes category. Boise State was 6th amongst those outside the poll, and Liberty, which received the Group of 5 New Year's 6 bid last season, was 10th. Others receiving votes. Louisville, Virginia Tech, SMU, Auburn, and West Virginia and Wisconsin were also among the top 10 teams that received votes but missed the top 25. So here's and then I wanted to go to what this said here, which I think is that it just nails it right on the head, guys. It really does. I feel like we got some respect here, though. I want to start out by saying that. Last year, we were picked dead last in the Big 12, okay? And so, I really appreciate College Football Kings, which is a pretty big account, 31,000 subscribers, for saying this. West Virginia has been criminally underrated all offseason. Coaches poll, officially 33rd, which is receiving votes. ESPN FPI is 35th, 9th amongst the Big 12. College Football 25 rating is 82 overall, which is tied for 44th. The Mountaineers went 9-4 last season, nearly had 10 wins if Houston didn't convert a Hail Mary, and ended their season beating North Carolina by 20 in their bowl game. They bring back 68% of their production, time for 26 in the FBS for this fall. Watch out for the Mountaineers. I don't know how to feel about this because last year we were so disrespected, being placed in the last spot in the Big 12. We all knew we weren't going to be that bad. But I don't think any of us knew we were going to win 9 games. I think a lot of us felt like we would be bowl eligible. But that can't be the standard around there. And it's not, So obviously we're not going to be happy if we finish in the spot we're in, not even ranked 33rd. We've got to be better than that. And, we can't just be mediocre. And that's how people see us. So this team has a lot to prove still. While at the same time, I think we need to recognize that it's not the same outlook as last year. So we have made some progress on the national scene because in this realignment game, how you were viewed is a big deal. And I think looking at it from that viewpoint, the fact that we're not ranked dead last, 14th last year, 16th this year, in the Big 12 is a huge step forward. We are not Kansas. It's not like you can just put us there every year, and never are we going to ever finish there. So this year I feel like, we're probably closer to the top 4 than we were last year, but time will tell. Let me know how you guys feel about it. I'd be curious to know, do you guys feel like we are being disrespected still? Do you feel like receiving votes is pretty fair based on what we've done? Like the video and let me know, guys. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new around here and drop a comment below. But definitely subscribe if you can do that. So my thoughts on it, though, are pretty much I'm glad we're getting some respect. It's not enough respect, but it is something. And then something is better than nothing, At least people aren't calling us the worst. We had a coach say that we had a MAC roster last year. Also, we've got some more news about Garrett Greene. And I'm going to read an article here from West Virginia Mountaineers on SI, which is usually done by Christopher Hall and Skylar Callahan. Garrett Greene selected to the Walter Camp 2024 Player of the Year watch list. West Virginia University quarterback Garrett Greene is a Walter Camp Player of the Year nominee. This is just an hour ago. West Virginia University quarterback Garrett Greene was named to the Walter Camp 2024 Player of the Year watch list Monday afternoon by the Walter Camp Football Foundation. West Virginia University quarterback Garrett Greene was named to the Walter Camp 2024 Player of the Year watch list Monday afternoon by the Walter Camp Football Foundation. Garrett Greene threw for 2,406 yards and 16 touchdowns while rushing for 772 yards and 13 touchdowns in his first full season as the starting quarterback. We are proud to continue the great work of Walter Camp and recognize the best college football players in the nation, Foundation President Barbarata said. The watch list is a great start to what is shaping up to be another exciting year of college football. The 2024 Player of the Year watch list will be narrowed down to 10 semifinalists in early November, and 3 finalists will be announced on November 26th. The 2024 Walter Camp Player of the Year recipient, which is voted on by the 133 NCAA Football Bowl subdivision head coaches and sports information directors, will be announced on ESPN's College Football Awards show on December 12th. 2024 Walter Camp Player of the Year watch list. Carson Beck is on there. The Stanford kid's on there. Zachariah Branch, which is just an explosive player. Taj Brooks from Texas Tech is on there, which is interesting. Antonio Brown from Northern Illinois. Byron Brown from South Florida. Luther Burden, who is just one of the best receivers in America, is on there. Abdul Carter, really great player. Howard Cross from Notre Dame. Jalen Daniels is on there. Jackson Dart, Donovan Edwards. You see Ollie Gordon on there. And there's Garrett Greene. Omarion Hampton's also on there. I don't blame him. He's a good player too. If Garrett Greene does everything I believe he can, I think he can make the top 10. I don't think he'll win it this year. There's too much competition. With guys like Beck, Ollie Gordon, Jalen Milroe in the fold, it's really difficult to win in those scenarios. So I'll just say this. Garrett Greene can make some serious noise. If he does end up winning it, then we have made it to the Big 12 championship game. I think that's the kind of thing it's going to take for Garrett to win that award, just because the competition for that award every year is usually not only your statistical performance, but also how much winning you do. So it'll be interesting, to say the least, to see how that all plays out as well. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. West Virginia is getting some respect. Garrett Greene's getting a lot of preseason respect. West Virginia is getting some respect. Maybe not what we all want, but it is coming. So let's be patient, guys, and keep on keeping on. This has been another edition of Mountaineer Paul Talks Football. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. This one's over. I'm out.
This is for Cameron. Cam. Oh.